What up, everybody, and welcome to the 52 Scott Podcast. You're tuned in to our Black Friday episode. I'm your host, Freddie G, joined by K Money, Slash, and Comedian 96. Collectively, we are the Mind of Men. Don't forget to follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast, on Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast, and for all my YouTubers, don't forget to like and subscribe. And welcome to another Black Friday. Okay, fellas, so today's show was inspired by a show I heard, another podcast I was listening to, and that's the Cam Newton's podcast. And so on that show, he had special guest singer K Michelle. And so, of course, they was talking about a variety of things. But Cam Newton, of course, he has a lot of kids, and by different women. But she said something that caught my attention, and I wanted to talk about it today. She said, "Black men are creating broken families." So, I want to discuss that, fellas. Do y'all believe that black men are creating broken homes, broken families?
I believe it's a part of the culture. Not all black men. Some are, yes, and like you mentioned Cam Newton having a lot of kids, as well as we know Nick Cannon have a lot of kids.
Yes.
I think what would make them create a broken home would be to not, how could I say this, not be there for those kids with having the type of financial, backing that you have. Mm-hmm. I think that would be creating a broken home for the simple fact you left that child with this woman over here. She can't raise that child alone, and your money can't raise that child. So yes, that's a form of
that's an example.
That's an example of a broken household.
A black man creating a broken family environment.
Right, exactly. That I think that is a prime example.
I kind of agree. When you mentioned Cam Newton and Nick Cannon, I was sitting there thinking, well, how could you put them in that category? And then I looked up, the meaning of a broken home, and they definitely do fall up under that category. Mm-hmm. Even though they're able to support financially these homes, the emotional support is what's lacking, that's where
that's where family comes from.
That's where the homes are beginning to be broken at it, because they're missing that emotional piece, which in every family a child definitely needs that emotional support from both mother
sides.
And
that's right. Yeah.
So I definitely agree with what you're saying.
So you said you looked up
the meaning of a broken home. Would you
share with it?
Yeah, it generally refers to a family unit that has experienced a significant disruption, often due to parental separation or divorce, leading to a lack of stability and potentially causing emotional and psychological challenges for family members.
Mm-hmm. I think people that are together still have broken families. They're married. Look at Will and Jada. Yeah, they that's broken and they together.
Yeah,
look at what's the dude basketball player for Miami and
Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade. Yeah, you got a whole guy girl up in you. I don't know what he is, but you got that. So they're together and they're still broken. I think it's deeper than just a father.
Well,
those are some weak fathers, so I can't say that.
In the example with Dwayne Wade, can you explain why you feel that's broken?
You think I'm gonna if I had a boy, you think I'm gonna let him walk around in a dress or you ain't, man. I believe it's broken because Dwayne didn't put his foot down and say, man, you're a whole man. You got a penis. You're not gonna walk around with a dress and lipstick. Ain't no damn way a male son. If I had a son, I got 2 daughters. None of the son of mine finna walk around in a dress and lipstick. If I had a son.
Okay.
What about you?
I actually fall into that category, and it's very difficult to try to parent a child that feels that way, and you can definitely lose them. So in order to not want to lose that child, you at some point you got to meet them halfway, and eventually the older they get, the further you pushing them away from them, especially if you parenting them and forcing them to try to be something that they're not.
Well,
That's kind of what
but
I've
I'm not
learned.
going to adjust to something that I know is wrong. I know you're a male.
It's hard. It's a hard
you're
adjustment.
a female. You have a penis. There's no way you're going to convince me that you're a girl, and I know you got a penis. I'll change your diaper. There's no way.
So how can you? How are you going to enforce that?
How?
But you constantly telling yourself.
As long as you're in my house, you can't wear no dress. You ain't finna put on none of that.
I agree with that, but
Once you
his
leave this
demeanor.
house, you do what you want. But I will never agree with your lifestyle ever.
What about
There's
his
nothing-
demeanor?
Huh?
He has that feminine demeanor. How are you going to handle that?
It's nothing
You
I
can
can
stop him from wearing a dress,
Yeah.
but you can't stop him from
I
acting
can't.
feminine.
Yeah.
So how you gonna deal with
I
that?
will let that child know I love you, but I'm not happy with your actions. I love you. You're my son. But
that's
I'm
kinda
not
how I deal
happy.
with it.
Yeah,
That's
I'm not
kinda how I
happy
deal
with your
with it.
actions. I never will be.
I think that would be the only way to deal with it, because here's the thing: you cannot, if you have a child that is going through that, you would break your family if you put the child out. You can't put the child
I
out.
wouldn't put child out.
You
I
have to
wouldn't.
deal with this, and this is a very sensitive topic.
Very much so.
It is. It is. I would let that child know I love you. I would reiterate that because I would start the sentence with I love you and end it with I love you.
Right.
Right? So I would end it with I love you. But I would let them know in between those I love yous, I'm not happy with your actions as a man. You're a man, or even a woman. You're a woman. You're supposed to like men. You're a man. You're supposed to like women.
Yeah.
That's the nature of how things go. You cannot sleep with a man and think you're gonna have a baby from another man.
That's not gonna
And I'm gonna make them understand. There's nothing. I will be logic and make them understand. You cannot sleep with another man and have a baby.
Well,
you cannot
well,
sleep with another woman and have
here's
a
the
baby.
thing: maybe they don't even want. They probably, some of them can't have a want for children if they are sleeping with the same sex. Think about it.
So, well,
Think about it.
I
They don't have a desire to have.
look at Younger May. Younger May wants a baby. She wants a baby,
what
and
does
she a
have
whole
to do?
stud.
So what is she gonna have?
She
to do
gonna have to sleep
baby?
with a man.
Exactly.
That's yeah.
So hold on one second. So first of all, she ain't got to sleep with no man to have a baby. That's number one.
Yeah, she can do the artificial
Yeah, that's number
insemination.
one.
Yeah.
But I want you to. You've already spoken to Dwayne Wade's situation, and now I want you to speak to the Will and Jada situation in regards to that being a broken home. Why do you feel like that?
Same situation. Yeah, you get they don't know if they coming or going. All them kids.
Well, because the parents is doing stuff from a Hollywood position,
Yeah.
and these kids are looking at that, and that's making them kind of be like,
And if you notice, the oldest son, you don't even see him in the limelight. I don't even see him. I just see Jada and Willow.
Well, you know-
I mean, Willow
Jaden,
and and
oldest
Jaden.
son, the oldest son is by another woman.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's by his.
I did not
that's
know
why,
that.
yeah, that's why he. ain't
Ah,
Yeah,
did,
that's
that
by
makes sense. I did
So-
not know that.
So, with that being said, I'm sorry, Kim, you want to say?
Well, no, you mentioned Dwayne and Jada. So, how do you feel or think about Magic and Cookie?
But if I'm not mistaken, Magic don't even deal with his own son.
Now Magic does.
That's not-
He's very
He does-
involved.
well, I don't know.
Magic
That's why I said if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
yeah, he's very-
Yeah,
Yes, he does.
Well, I mean, again,
Now here you have a
the
prime
love for your
celebrity
children,
figure. Yeah,
the
it should be
love for the
unconditional.
love for your children always going to be there, regardless of what their lifestyles are.
So
that would never change. Your love for your children will be there. Now you don't have to love their lifestyle. Am I finna come over and hang out with you? No.
So-
Am I finna?
Hold on
No.
one
I'm
second.
not finna do all that till you get
Hold on,
your
Freddie
life.
G. With them saying that, so you don't think that that's affecting their emotional state, which
Probably,
is what can cause a broken home?
probably
Yeah.
Magic.
No,
more than-
Magic was supporting his son.
Yeah, I'm
he
just
was.
saying.
Dwayne was too.
Well, they supporting them, so it's different. I wouldn't support the gay lifestyle,
Which is what I'm asking. That
It
would
wouldn't
cause-
affect my emotional. I'd be like,
No,
damn.
but it would affect your child's emotional state, which is what causes broken homes.
Well, you shouldn't be doing what you're not. You're just not.
But
you
wait,
know, if you
because-
wasn't
but-
if you
but
wasn't
wait.
born an octopus, why are you trying to be an octopus? So
But,
go
but
ahead.
now, because there is a child in the household, and that child may be, going the other route as far as being gay, that's not a broken home.
Right.
That's not a broken family. It's not broken until you break it. You know what I mean? And the only thing that's gonna make you break it is like K Money was saying. If you are affecting this child's mental
and emotional
state
Okay.
by, saying stuff that's gonna break the family.
Let me put it to you this way. What if let's do it y'all way. Let's not use gay. Let's use my child is a habitual robber. He likes to break into houses. And he likes to do it every other day. And I don't like it. I don't like for my son or daughter to break into people's houses. But it's hurting their feelings that I won't support them.
You didn't break that family.
It's the same thing. I'm not supporting my habitual break-in child,
But wait.
and now it's hurting their feelings.
But what we got
So I should be okay with them being.
No, here, listen.
Well,
this is what I think. I think that when you say you have what, 2 sons or 1 son?
I got 2 girls.
Here, but they stealing from people.
That's what I'm telling you. I'm giving you a different example. I'm going about
But
y'all
but
way.
you can't.
I can't.
Because you didn't make that child steal.
Oh,
That's
right.
not you breaking that family.
I didn't make that child be gay either.
Exactly. You're not breaking the family until you go another route by saying, hey, I'm not going to support you because you're stealing.
Yeah.
But that shouldn't deter them emotionally because they know stealing is wrong.
Exactly.
And
Being
they
gay-
know stealing is wrong. They think it's right. In their mind, they think it's okay. You know how many
Okay,
people in the
let me
hood
show you something.
think, oh man, I gotta get it how I live. I got to get it how I live.
And if that's
they
the
think
case-
it's okay to go out and rob
If
people.
that's the case, and that's fine that they think it's okay to rob people, when did you step in and say it's not okay to rob people?
That's what I'm saying. The same time I
But
stepped
did
in
you?
and say it's not okay to be gay.
But did you
Yes.
step in and say it's not
yes.
okay to rob people?
I'm just like I would step in and say, no, you are a man. You are a man. You can't be gay. Same thing. You cannot rob people. I will step in at the same time. When I see the first dress or high heel you just accidentally put
Now,
on,
let me
I'm
just
stepping in and say,
hypothetically now,
no, you a
let's
man.
look
Take
at
that
society.
shit
That's a great example.
Yeah.
That you
It is.
put up against that.
But with today's society, let's go with today's society. We know original in today's society,
It's okay.
it's okay to be gay. Wait, in today's society, it ain't okay to rob nobody. So we dealing with what's going on
It's
today.
never been cool to be rob nobody. And even back when we only had 1 or 2
But I
sprinkles
don't
of gay
think you
people,
understand
it
what I'm
still
getting
wasn't.
at here.
It still wasn't okay to be gay because we called them sissy.
Check
But
this
was
out.
able to get away with it. We can't call nobody
Check
sissy
this
this
out.
day.
Check this out.
Your ass going to
I'm
jail.
gonna address that, but K Money, before I do that, do me a favor, K Money. I want you to read the definition of a broken home again.
All right. A broken home generally refers to a family unit that has experienced a significant disruption, often due to parental separation or divorce, leading to a lack of stability and potentially causing emotional and psychological challenges for the family member. While the term can be seen as outdated or stigmatizing, it traditionally implies a family structure where one or both parents are absent or where there's high conflict and instability, particularly between parents.
Okay, one of both parents are absent.
Yeah, absentee, right? So now, with that being said, in regards to your example, in regards to gay and theft, now, when it comes to theft, if supporting somebody that's a thief or whatever the case may be, to Slash's point, it's never been cool. Not cool, but it's never been the law
Right.
to be stealing. Whereas people who are gay, they're fighting for rights.
They have rights.
and they have rights, right?
Okay.
But that alone, in my opinion, doesn't line up with the definition
Right.
of a broken home. The thing is what K. Michelle is saying is that black men are creating broken families.
Okay. And I would
Creating.
yes. And I would agree with her if it was back in the day when we were kids.
I think it's.
I wouldn't agree with her now. You know how many times, and you guys know this as well. Back in the day in the 70s, 80s, early 80s, you know, because that's when the crack evolution started. Niggas is just skeeting up in women, leaving them with the kids.
They're doing it now.
They doing it now, but it's more. The man wants to see their kids. The man really want to see their kids. It's the girl.
Not all. Yeah.
Some of them don't care.
So in regards to,
But there was no. One more thing.
No, go for it.
Yeah,
Go for
there was no Greg Abbott, so to speak, back in the 70s. They were just skeeting and gone. Now, with child support, some men, not all, are a little bit more careful about who they get pregnant. Some, not all. I ain't say all. They're more careful about who they get pregnant because they know I gotta pay child support. They're coming after me. Now this girl crazy. I know she gonna file on me. It's too much that come into play. It wasn't like you can just back in the day where you can just freely skeet and go. You can't skeet and go now. You're gonna have to pay for that skeet. So that's the difference between. That's why I say back in the day I would have agreed with her. Now I think men are more thinking about their moves before they be skeeting up in these.
Okay,
women.
so check it out. What you experienced. First of all, that's good. What you explained was procreating.
Right.
Procreating.
Because that's where it starts.
So in order for you to break something, it had to be whole. So you had to have a home. You had to be made this home with this person
Built some stuff.
and build some stuff
Yeah.
for it to break.
Right.
You can't break nothing that ain't been whole.
That's
Facts.
right.
Now, again, are black men creating broken families and broken homes? Because, think about it. What is it that black men are doing to break this? To break this family, to break this home? What are black men doing to break this? Are we just up and leaving? Is that it?
Leaving, drugs, gambling.
Well, I mean, it's a
Leaving for
variety
other
of
women.
things that, I mean, you know, you got that stereotype that all men are dogs. You know, you have infidelity, which a lot of females probably won't deal with, which is what can start the crack in the breaking or the breakage.
So infidelity
Infidelity
could be something that we as black men are doing to create this broken home. Give me more. Is there anything else that what are we doing to break this home?
of being absent.
We said leaving, cheating.
Infidelity.
Infidelity. Oh, you did say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not being present in the home.
Well,
Yeah.
there are some other things I think would be examples. Even if the man and wife and the child or children are in the same household, you have some of the dads that come in and they drink.
Yeah. Or not being active.
Alcoholic.
yeah,
alcoholics.
some type
Or
of
not being-
Something like that can be a home breaker.
Not being active in the child's life. Like
Well,
when they have
but-
basketball games, you ain't going to the
Yeah,
game.
now
you ain't supporting.
exactly.
Yeah.
If you live in your household and your kids have sporting activities or different little things that they do,
Yeah.
you know, the pastime or whatever you put them in, and you're not showing up to none of these games or whatnot, then yeah, that can kind of break, you know, because the child can be like, well, Dad, you never come to any of my games and you don't see
Yeah.
me play, you don't support me.
and dad not at work.
Yeah.
And Dad not at work.
That's
Now, here's something that I noticed that's happening within this conversation.
Blaming it on
Kids
dads.
are involved.
Yeah,
Check this out. Every example y'all giving, y'all
Yeah.
talking about kids.
yeah.
Let's remove the kids.
Okay,
You got a man and a woman. That's still a family.
right.
You're still together. You've created y'all together.
not being active in your wife or your girlfriend's life. Always gone. Always with the fellas. Not doing nothing with her. You putting the fellas or anything else before her.
Here's a big one we don't look at. Constant complaining. A woman constant complaining can break a household. Because
No. Here's the thing. Men,
She said, "Man,
we're not putting it on the woman.
okay, so it ain't the woman. How can men? Okay, my
Yeah,
bad.
men
can
put
Let me
tension.
retract that.
Yeah.
Ladies, I'm
Putting-
sorry.
Yeah. Putting everything before that woman. That's even worse. If you and her, nigga, y'all should be doing everything
He
together.
said that's why Jaheim looked like he looked. You should have put that,
That woman-
first. Did y'all see that picture?
That's what happens when you
That's
do.
what happened when you do.
What?
I retract that statement clearly because I went the wrong direction. So men, let me think of some other examples.
Lack of attention
Lack of attention that men
to
can
that
do.
that female.
Or what can also cause a broken home.
Not taking care of the responsibilities.
Or just jealous hearted. You know, he may be the type that want to fight on the woman.
Yeah, abusive.
Yeah.
You know, abusive.
Abusive.
That's one example.
Not paying attention to your woman's needs.
That's
Yeah.
one example.
Not wants, but needs.
Yeah.
So now let's bring kids
Back.
back. Let me ask y'all. Now keep this in mind. Now, in order for you to break something, it has to be whole.
Right.
It had to be put together. Right. Who's more apt when it comes to men to create a broken home? A rich guy or a poor guy?
To create a broken home?
Rich guy.
The rich guy.
The rich guy, I think.
The rich guy.
Talk to me.
The only reason I say the rich guy is because he's got more options to move around and do
Yeah,
other
he can
stuff.
financially support the moves that he's making.
can support- he can
disguise
hide
and
a lot of shit.
Exactly.
I would
because
say,
he got the money.
I would say differently. I'd say a rich guy, he got rich for a reason, so he's active, he's always busy. So what he's doing, he's not spending that required time and being active in that child's life because he got a business meeting, he got a business move he got to make, he got to go out of town. So he got the money, he's providing financially, but he's not providing emotionally, physically for that child, those children.
So you said
So it could be time. Time is a big thing.
I heard you just give you an example, but when they both said, meaning Slash and K Money said that they think this the rich guy, you said I think different, but you just gave an example.
Oh, the rich guy.
No,
the rich
no,
guy.
no. I'm talking about different
Examples
of
but
why.
you still agree it's the rich guy.
It's the rich guy, but I just said different examples. They had the same thought, but I was thinking because I gotta put this on myself. I'm not rich. I'm not rich, but as more I moved up, more meetings and more time I'm at work, less time I was spending with my daughter. So that's why I say I know, because my job, I lost a lot of time with my daughter, and I need to gain that back.
I think we all know what the broke man is going to bring to the household. And what breaks the household with the man that doesn't have the money like the rich guy, it's the finance. That's going to break the household unless he has the right chick by his side.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So for us, that's not rich. As black men, we go through a whole lot to try to keep a family
Yeah.
together and not break the household. You know what I mean? It takes a nation of million.
Exactly. And see, that's the thing. We're not rich now, but say once the podcast is,
We can't even bank on that.
we're not. I'm just saying. No,
Let's not bank on
We're
that.
not going to bank on that. What
No.
I'm saying, I'm just using that as an
Hypothetically
example.
speaking.
Okay, hypothetically speaking, we get to the point where we're traveling and going places and doing it. Even though our kids are grown, so we good. If they weren't, that would take away time from because we're active. We're
I
active.
mean, you have to make a living.
But
You mentioned earlier about a job, but
That's what I'm saying. My job. Say I get higher and higher. That means more and more meetings.
But listen,
more and more money.
That's not.
Yeah, but that was less and less time
But
for my
listen.
daughter. But my daughter's older; she's grown now. But if she was little, that would be bad on her.
But that's not breaking the household, bro. That's going out to take care of your household.
Not being active in your child's
No,
life.
listen,
not
it's
going to
not-
their
it's
games.
You can't say work.
you taking care of your
You
responsibility.
can't say
Yeah,
that work
but-
is
by
not
doing
a
your
part
job.
of.
But you know what your child see? You know what your child sees? My daddy. Yeah, they don't see you taking care and providing for the family. They see my daddy's never here. He's always
You right. And what do you
That's
always
what I'm
hear?
saying.
They'll understand when they get older.
When they get
We've all got
older.
it.
And they do.
We can look back and
But that's
understand
not-
what our
I-
parents went through.
I just don't feel like that's breaking a household.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Do you believe that LeBron James has a broken household?
No.
He travels a lot. He's gone. He's been in the NBA for 20 plus years. and he's constantly on the go.
Great example.
And he's
No, it's
never at
not.
home.
No, it's not.
Yes,
And
it
he's,
is.
and he's never at home. This is I'm just asking.
Basketball is from October to
No.
June.
Hey, but that still doesn't mean
Come
he
on,
doesn't.
bro. August,
You're
September.
missing. You're
Keep it
missing.
above.
But you're missing.
So that's
the
3
point.
months he get to be with it.
No. Check it out. Check it out.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Uh huh.
That's a good play on
Yeah.
trying to make a good argument.
It's a,
But you and I both know,
yeah.
although basketball for the fans are only 3 months or 4 months, but for the player, it's year round.
It's year
Yeah,
round.
that's because they
It's
sign
year-round.
autographs.
You know,
now, who's to
it's-
say? Who's to say he doesn't bring? Which he does. Bring his kids to the game.
Okay, but
I'm just saying.
hold on.
They with him.
Time out.
Not every
Time out.
Steph Curry brought his
Time
kids to
out.
the game all the time.
Listen,
So he's not
listen to
breaking
what
the household.
Listen to what I'm
He's
saying.
doing what he
Listen
should.
to what I'm saying. It's 82 games in a year, right?
Yeah, 82 games. Yeah.
Now, not all of the time he's bringing those kids to the game. That's number one.
Not all the time.
Number
Right.
two, he spent half of that time on the road, so they're not traveling like that to disrupt
Right.
what they got going on because they have their own thing going on.
Right.
Mom still has to be home to take care of the home front because bills got to be paid and certain things got to be paid. Right?
Right.
So, in your example of a man that's traveling and working could be possibly leading to a broken home, I use LeBron James as an example, and there's several others out there that are equivalent to him, or if not gone more than him. Your analogy and your example of a broken home, that's not always the case because you can have a man who do extensive traveling in regards to work
Yes.
and their home can be intact. I've seen no signs. Of course, I'm from the outside looking in and I'm a fan, but in this day and age with TMZ and all this paparazzi, and if you got side chicks, they coming out or whatever the case may be,
Right.
I've seen no signs of their home being a broken home.
I get it. And there's a possibility they have an understanding from his wife, and if they collectively know that, hey, he got 82 game season, they know this. Plus, I can see him on TV.
So it's
I can
understood
go to
what
the
his
games when I
job
want
is.
to. Exactly.
So what's the difference
The
with-
difference between a working man and somebody that's playing basketball.
That's
working
their
man-
job.
Now, we've had a show,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we've had a show
Right.
about work versus
Right.
that's
a job.
work. That's a job, man.
Exactly.
It's their job.
It's no
it's their
different.
job that they play. But anyway, and I beg to differ. They playing basketball. I wish I could get paid to play. But anyway,
Sound like some hate going on.
it ain't no
here,
hate.
man.
It's just some I wish shit.
That's hate.
That's not.
You wish
hate.
you could be like them?
I wish I had some meat between my sandwich when I was little, but I had no money to get it. That's not hate. I just wish I had some meat in
Now
there.
you eating all the meat you can get.
Huh?
Say now you eating all the meat that you can get.
Yeah, now, but back then, all I had was mayonnaise, ketchup, and syrup. So that's not hate. It's
What
just
was
I
your,
wish
what was your meat
I
of
wasn't.
choice? Beef or
Sausage.
pork?
Man, I'll take anything back then.
You like meat, huh?
Oh, you was taking anything back then?
He was taking
Just
anything
taking it
back
all.
then.
Hey,
Hey, man, go on with your shit. Y'all stupid.
So, man, look, I'm gonna bring it to a close, man. I'm gonna bring this to my black fact, right? So, my black fact is to the 34% of black men who were married in 2024, according to blackdemographics.com. To me, that 34% of black men who got married in 2024, to me, that's a sign of men trying to create family structure rather than be the opposite of what K. Michelle said. Peace. This concludes another dope episode of Black Friday. Tune in next week for Music Monday. Don't forget to follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast, on Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast, and for all my YouTubers, don't forget to like and subscribe.